Hi, everybody. As usual, I hope you're having a great day. But due to the sponsor of today's video, Rusty Quill Limited, I'd like to share some information that would help you face your fears. They're very well known for their multi-award-winning fiction podcast. But today, I'm going to specifically address the Magnus Archives, which is the most popular horror podcast in the world. On a weekly basis, the cult following of this podcast is treated to supernatural cases that are under investigation by the Magnus Institute and its archivists. There are more than 200 of these weekly episodes that have been released, which are all collections of esoteric research and witness statements documenting supernatural events. Individually, they can be unsettling, but together they start to form a picture that's truly horrifying, because the files they look into in the depths of the archives begin to look back. And since all of Rusty Quill's content is free to view, listen to, and share, I highly recommend that you catch up on some of the Magnus Archives episodes, which are building to a final thrilling episode that will be released this March 25th. The only thing that you'll have to lose is possibly your sanity. If you're up to it, I'll have links in the description below. Now let's discuss the powerful Highfather, who made his very first appearance in New Gods Volume 1, Issue 1, that was released in February of 1971. But his most current iteration that I'll be covering today debuted in Wonder Woman Volume 4, Issue number 14, that was released in January of 2013. His real name is Izaya, and he's a so-called new god from New Genesis, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighing 277 pounds, also having blue eyes and black hair with gray streaks on the sides. Being the leader and most powerful of all the citizens of New Genesis, Highfather is extremely capable, due to a combination of his heritage, being the eldest son of the old god leader Yuga Khan, an older brother of Darkseid, and being bestowed with power from the old gods, as well as using power from the source itself. Highfather is arguably one of the strongest beings in the DC multiverse. He's functionally immortal, has vast superhuman strength, durability, and speed, with his strength being noted as being at least as powerful as his brother Darkseid, having many one-on-one battles with him over the eons. And his durability approaches invulnerability, being able to easily survive the annihilation of his home planet Genesis. And this isn't considering the fact that he also has extreme stamina. Highfather can fly and develop psionic mental links with others, which can even allow him to stifle or boost other people's powers. Now, he also has an uncanny cosmic awareness, being able to literally feel disturbances in the fabric of the universes, particularly those that are caused by his troublesome younger brother, Darkseid. Highfather has even temporarily wielded the extreme power of the life equation, gaining these reality warping abilities after an ill-fated campaign to beat his brother led him to run afoul of Kyle Rayner, the White Lantern, as well as all the other lanterns. And to round all of these gifts out, Highfather is also worshipped as a god among gods, having extreme leadership skills and undying loyalty from all of his subjects. Now, Izaya was born many millennia ago on the planet Genesis, as I stated earlier, being the eldest child of Yuga Khan, the powerful yet tyrannical old god that ruled the world. Izaya himself grew to be a peaceful man, although his younger brother Yuxus, aka Darkseid, hated the old gods and began a war against them. This was a vicious battle, but in the end, all of the old gods were defeated, and Yuxus would steal their power to become the new god Darkseid, while Izaya actually got his powers from a dying sky god that gave him the remainder of his abilities before he passed away. In the aftermath of this conflict, when Izaya tried to persuade Darkseid that they should unite to create a peaceful world, his younger brother acted with contempt and destroyed the entire planet, with the two being the only known survivors and going their separate ways. Many years later, Izaya would build a floating city called New Genesis over the ruins of their previous world, and would then take on the name Highfather, ruling in peace over all of his citizens. But it would constantly be under attack by his brother's forces, which sparked what would seem to be an eternal war between the two. Highfather would eventually consult with the Source Shard, which revealed to him that to secure a peace treaty, he must exchange his son Scott, aka Miracle Man, for Darkseid's son, Orion. The ruler was torn between his emotion and his sense of duty to his people, and when he ultimately chose duty, his conscience would actually leave him in the physical form of Infinity Man, leaving what remained of Highfather as an authoritarian leader. Now being completely obsessed with defeating Darkseid, he would search for a weapon that would finally be able to take his brother down for good, the life equation. These are the efforts that would bring him into conflict with the White Lantern Kyle Rayner as well as the other Lanterns. But after these conflicts would leave New Genesis in near complete ruins, Highfather would finally realize that he was becoming nearly just like his despot brother, Darkseid, which would cause him to accept the error of his ways and rediscover his compassionate and peaceful ruling style. Now, due to his powers and abilities and his influence on the DC universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Highfather a rating of 10, which is a legendary rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join the new Sage.